Wish TV is proud to honor teachers in Central Indiana
She is an inspiration to all of us.
He's always smiling.
who go above and beyond,
He's done so many things for so many people.
He's inspirational.
making a difference,
He's always taught me to believe in myself and never get down on myself.
Everybody's biggest cheerleader.
and deserving of recognition for their outstanding efforts in
I
education.
love the people that I work with, and to know that I've made an impact on somebody's life, it is truly a great honor.
It's an honor. I love what I do, and the kids are the ones who make it work. I'm like just so taken aback because I love them so much. The fact that, they love me just as much just means a lot. Sorry, you're going to have to cut that part out.
And you are our winner.
Oh, thank you so much.
From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Golden Apple Awards Podcast, sponsored by WGU.
Hey everyone, Hannah Mordeau here. April's Golden Apple Award winner is Miss Karina Briceño. She's a kindergarten teacher in Wayne Township at the same school where she grew up. She's known for surprising her students with classroom transformations like Disney Day, Polar Express, and book tastings. You heard all about her story in the last podcast, but that surprise, it went really fast. So I brought Miss B back here on the podcast. Miss Karina Briceño, welcome to the podcast. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So your story aired last week. How are you feeling? What have been the responses so far?
I am feeling over the moon, excited. It was I'm not used to having so much publicity on me. So seeing my story being shared on Facebook and having friends reach out, it was awesome to see the community and how supportive they are.
It's always funny with kindergartners. I'm not sure how much that they get if they're on TV or whatnot. How did the kiddos respond?
So my principal actually ended up sharing it out to all of the school. And so I wasn't ready to show it in the morning when he sent it. So I picked a perfect time in our day where we sat down and we got to see it. And of course they were like, oh, it's me on TV. But they seemed pretty excited. And after it was over, they all standed up and they gave me hugs. And like, congratulations, you won the Golden Apple Award. And I was like, oh, how sweet.
I love that. Well, you're all about creating memories for them. So hopefully this was a bit of a memory that they'll hold on to as we get to the end of the school year. I do want to learn a little bit more about you. So your mom told me you originally wanted to be a nurse, but then you got into teaching. How did you get into teaching?
I originally started my college off my freshman and sophomore year going into nursing. I think I wasn't never my first choice, but I think it's because of the negative stigma that teachers got, like, oh, you're never going to make enough money if you do that. So I just went into nursing, and then I finally said, you know what, this isn't what I want to do. And I ended up switching to teaching mid-year.
You're clearly a compassionate person that wants to give of themselves, because both of those are very, very giving careers. So third year teaching, we always hear teaching is hard, but especially in those first few years, how have you been able to take it on with such stride and gets to be so accomplished already in your young career?
I honestly would give credit to my family, how supportive they are and how awesome my team members have been. And without their help, I would not be where I am today. I originally worked at another school in Zionsville, and even those coworkers and mentor teachers have helped me tremendously. So I would not be able to do this and have high spirits if it wasn't for my coworkers and my family members helping.
How do you come up with those ideas for your class? The decorations, the themes?
I would have to give credit to my mentor teacher and my first year teaching, Jen Hilton. She was always the fun kindergarten teacher. Every occasion, 50th day of school, 100th day of school, she'd always have her classroom decorated. I'm like, you know what? I want to do that. And then just seeing teachers on social media, Instagram, and how they make normal days into fun days. I'm like, I want to do that. I mean, we spend a lot of days and hours in our classroom, and I want to have fun too. So me having fun and the kids having fun is perfect.
It's interesting you say that you've gotten ideas from social media, because you are kind of the next generation of teachers and we need more teachers. How have you found inspiration in new creative ways, like online?
Just seeing all the things, you're put in this bubble of like teachers, you need a curriculum. And then you can have fun with using the curriculum that your school has for you, and being on TikTok and seeing how they kind of do things. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can put my spin onto things while still doing the curriculum in school.
I have a kindergartner, and you really do shape students so much. You more so, though, than most, because some of your kiddos didn't speak English when the school year started. How did you handle that? And it seems like you have a very great skill set to come and rise to that challenge.
I think it just comes naturally for me because I grew up, Spanish was my first language. And so growing up and seeing, I didn't really have those teachers that I could communicate with. Is just me having to learn and grow through that. So being able to have that asset has been awesome, and seeing the growth that these kids from the beginning of the year, not knowing any English, to now being able to speak full on sentences and communicating with friends that may not know their language. It's just been natural for me. I tend to go back and forth. So when I say in Spanish, I translate it to English. It's like second nature for me. And even my kids who don't know Spanish are starting to pick up on some Spanish words. So it's been awesome to see.
Yeah, that goes both ways to be helpful for all of the students. Tell me a little bit about your story. You said Spanish is your first language. Did you go into kindergarten then not knowing English, or did you?
I did not. I went into, so Miss Adamas, the teacher that was on the video, she was my LEP teacher. So sometimes out of the day I would go in there, and that's when we would she would help us speak English. And then I think I ended up graduating the program in 5th grade.
Wow.
And so just being exposed to students speaking English, I learned to pick that up.
So you have literally lived what these kindergartners are going through.
I have.
Do you think that helps you as a teacher to really know what they're facing?
It does.
How so?
I think it's awesome to see, because and then my coworkers, they don't have a second language. So being able to hey, Karina, what are some things that I can implement into my classroom? And then I'll give them resources and using pictures in their classroom. Or these are just quick words to say, how do you say please? How do you say thank you? Or things that they're able to do to communicate in their classroom.
Do you tell your students, hey, I was literally here at the same school just like you?
Yeah. And they think it's awesome. Some of them don't get it. They're like, oh, yeah, cool. But then when I show them pictures and videos, and then I talk to Miss Adamas, and yeah, she was my student when I was a kid, and you can see the excitement in their face.
Do you think that helps motivate them to keep trying, keep going, maybe especially when it could be really hard in the beginning of the year when you don't know any English and you feel like maybe this is tough stepping into this, especially kindergarten's tough anyways, but having that barrier too. Do you think it gives them that confidence, or what do they say to you?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I ask them, what are some things that you hope to get out of it? What are your goals? I want to be able to speak English. And I was like, oh, that's so awesome that you even want that as a goal. But yeah, it does motivate them, and it's a really awesome and positive environment in my classroom, and I let them be free and explore and meet their goals.
Do you hope that other teachers can learn from your experience of being a student, kind of living this and now being a teacher?
I hope they do learn something. Representation is a big thing, especially in our community and how it's growing. If they can just pick one thing, or even they don't have to do the big grand things that I do in my classroom, just maybe starting small a little bit. If it's a certain day in their morning meeting that they want to try something different. I'm big on representation, so if they can find one way in their classroom to show that, then I know that I did my job in the community.
You're just getting started, and it seems like you're inspiring your fellow teachers already. What do the kids say after you do these special days for them? The Disney Day, for example. I mean, it has to mean a lot to them.
They say it's the best day ever. And we usually have our morning meetings in the morning, and I always tend to ask them, what has been your favorite day of the school? It could be any day in the school. And it's usually those days that we have experiences, the Disney Day, the 100th day of school, all of those days. That's typically what they say. I don't think I ever hear them once, when you taught us math, or 1, 2, 3, ABC. But I think that's something too. I'm a kindergarten teacher, and I'm at the start of their journey, and I want them to be able to remember the experiences and not so much what I taught them. The experience is what matters most.
You've transformed your students, though, too. I mean, for them to be reading, speaking English, knowing their ABCs and whatnot by the end of the year. How does that motivate you and help you feel accomplished when you get to see, wow, we're going into May and they're really getting this thing?
it makes me feel proud of myself to learn that I did that. I mean, like you said, a lot of them did not know the sounds of the letters that they make, how to write or form the numbers, and just seeing the growth that they have made. And it makes me, even though we do have those experiences of fun days, I do work hard to make sure that they are where they are, because again, when I was little, I had to work twice as hard as the kid who spoke English. So being able to have those fun moments and also working hard. For example, one of my little girls, she came in not knowing how to spell her name, how to write sentences, and now she's like flying through books. And it's just awesome to see that I had a part of it.
You're clearly very motivated. What's next for you?
I think for now, kindergarten is my sweet spot. I feel like I was born to teach kindergarten, and you get the negative stigma of, oh, I would never teach kindergarten, but I feel like I feel the same way about teaching the older grades. So I was blessed enough to have the patience for them, and it's just awesome. It's not always fun at the beginning of the year trying to get them to do things, but once again, that growth and progress that they make at the end of the year makes it all worth it.
One of your coworkers said she was born to be a kindergarten teacher. It's kind of what they see defines you. You really are having such a success at this as a career. Going into the month of May, you have some fun things planned for your kids. What are they?
I actually reached out to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway to have the drivers come out. So they'll be coming next month around the middle of the month. And so we have that planned. And then next week we have a field trip to the IMS. So they'll get to see the race cars. I thought it was really cool to reach out. One of the drivers, Pato Oward, I thought it was awesome because he's one of the few minority or Mexican drivers, and I thought that was cool. So to be able to have him here and the kids see those experiences is going to be awesome.
So is Pato coming to your school?
He is. I think it's him and then his other two teammates.
That's amazing for McLaren. Wow. He might win it. I don't know. He's been pretty close a few times. Yeah, that'll be so special for your students. What do you hope families can learn when it comes to teachers and education? I myself, have a kindergartner, and I feel like sometimes I don't know what I can do to best help a teacher. What would you say parents can do?
To reach out to teachers and see what they need, and how they can best support at home, whether it's reading to their child 15 minutes. I know parents can have a busy schedule. Just having that time to read to their children at night and have that connection be very helpful to teachers. Being supportive, because I have 22 kindergartners in my classroom, and I'm doing the mom thing when I'm their second mom, I'm their nurse, the social worker. And so having that support of families at home means a lot.
You said in the beginning of this that your family and the support that they have given you is why you have found a lot of success as well. I think I met your fiance on the day of the surprise, and he mentioned you guys are getting married in not too long in the fall. Can you tell me a bit about your guys' plans for the future?
Yeah, we've actually been together since we were in high school, so since I was 15. So
wow,
it's been a long time, and we plan on getting married in Mexico, where my dad is from. So that's exciting, and we have some family and friends. It's a lot to juggle with, like, the end of the year and then planning a wedding, but it's awesome. I wouldn't change it for the world.
So he's from Wayne Township then as well?
He is, yeah. We went to different elementary schools, but we met in middle school and then went to high school together.
That's so special. What does it mean to you to stay in Wayne Township, to be a part of the community where you grew up? Why is that so important?
I think it's really important because of the values that I learned being here, the inclusivity, the diversity. It's everything that I stand for, and just to see how supportive anywhere that you go, teachers, admin, we are all together as one, supporting each other. And I think that's awesome, and that's all I could ask for.
Is there anything else you think we should know about you and your story, or that you want to tell us?
That I love my job, and I know that teachers are burnt out, but if you find little moments and joy, and to remember your why and think about why you're teaching, it is a hard job, but at the end of the day, it's very rewarding to see that you are making a difference in these children's lives, and that they will remember you from years from now.
You truly are making a difference in their lives. And thank you so much for all that you do. It's been so great getting to know you, and I can't wait to see what else is in the future for you. So thank you.
Thank you. And then can I give a quick thank you to you guys?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say thank you for everything that you guys have been doing. I think I mentioned it to you before that it's not often that teachers get the dedication and the recognition that, we deserve. So I really appreciate what you guys have been doing.
We want to do our small part that we can. You guys put in the hard work. So thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Miss B from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. We're going to continue honoring teachers in Central Indiana who go above and beyond to make a difference in children's lives. So if you know a teacher who deserves recognition, please nominate them for the Golden Apple Award. We have one more month, the month of May. Again, the Golden Apple Award comes with a trophy, a school supply shopping spree, a surprise visit from our News 8 team, and new this year, a $2,000 cash prize from our partners at WGU. It is so easy to nominate a teacher. Just send in a detailed nomination at wishtv.com/goldenapple and listen for the next winner right here on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The Wish TV Golden Apple Awards are sponsored by WGU. Nominate a teacher and learn more at wishtv.com now. Be sure to follow and subscribe to this podcast and discover even more great podcasts now on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.